So a lot of you guys have been asking me, can you put a build together that uses the new exotic assault rifle, the capacitor? And I thought, what better build to do it than a skill build that can survive? And if you guys enjoyed the pistol build that I put out in title update 11.1, well, in title update 11, well, you guys are definitely going to enjoy this one. I feel like with this build, you guys have survivability, you guys have damage, so you can actually stay up there and you don't have to stay in cover the whole time. You can trade a little bit with those enemies, and that's always fun to do. You don't always want to be in cover in this game, right? Like, sometimes you just want to get in there and be in their face, and with this build, you're able to do that. But we want to take a quick second to thank our sponsor of this video, one of my partners, Advanced GG. Now, we actually have a special promo going for you guys. If you guys want to test out Advanced GG, well, you guys can get the sampler pack 100% free. All you need to do is add it to the cart. You see where it says referred by? You want to put skills there, and then you want to click on checkout. And then at the checkout side, where it has the promo code, that is where you guys want to type in advanced skills. So right up here on the right hand side, type advanced skills, and hurry, because only the first 50 members who go there and do this will be able to take advantage of this promotion that we have running right now. But that's enough of that. Let's dive into the build. So the build is built all gold, and it has an exotic backpack, which is probably still one of my favorite backpacks to run when running in solo or in a group. So you guys can see that we are stacked at 1.1 million armor. Yes, I said it, 1.1 million armor, 324,000 health, and we do have 6 skill tiers. So we're fully maxed out with skill damage, and we're going to get a lot of that weapon damage because of the capacitor. Now, I am running the technician class for 2 things. It gives me 1 skill tier, plus it gives me 10% skill damage. So that allows me to be able to roll 1 other piece armor, so that way I can have some more armor on this build. Now, the reason why the capacitor is so good is because of the talent. It comes with assault rifle damage, damage to armor, and health damage. But obviously, the talent itself on the capacitor is what really makes it, right? Because you can stack it up to 40 times, and stacks grant 1.5% skill damage. After 5 seconds, stack DK 1 per second. But for every utility you have, skill tier you gain 7.5% weapon damage. That's why this is great for those high hitting skill damage builds, because you're definitely going to take advantage of this weapon too. So it's a win-win for you. Now, if you guys want to see how to get this exotic, I did put a video out on this and the quickest and fastest way to complete those challenges in the video prior to this one. I'll also put a link to it in the description. So for the second weapon I'm going with is Mechanical Animal, and I figured have this on here because weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. But remember, there's a cooldown on that for 90 seconds. So hey, for 15 seconds, I could take advantage of the overcharge, and then after that, I could swap back. But yeah, this definitely right here are the 2 go-to weapons. Pistol doesn't matter. Now we get into the mask. So the mask is taking advantage of that new brand set. So the new brand set, what does it do? It gives you 10% skill health, 10% skill damage, 10% skill efficiency. So technically, skill efficiency is going to give us skill damage, skill haste, gives us all the really good stuff of skills. So that's why with this 3-piece, we're actually taking advantage of almost 20% skill damage. Now we have 1 skill tier on here, we have skill haste, we have skill damage, and then I decided to put a crit hit chance mod. You can put whatever you want, but the reason why I did this is because we're sitting about, I want to say about 70% crit hit damage, and with me gaining some weapon damage from running 6 skill tier because of the way the weapon works, stacking a little bit crit chance is kind of cool. Now, for the chest, we're running a 2-piece Hannah U. We have skill haste on here for 10%, 10% skill damage. Remember, that's what we get for the 2-piece. Now, core attribute, skill tier, then we have skill haste, skill damage, and then obviously another crit hit chance. I'm still running kinetic momentum on most of my skill builds. I just feel that it's still one of the better skill talents to run on any skill builds, and you guys can test it out for yourself and see if you like another talent instead. Now, for our second piece of the new brand set, look at this. We have skill tier on here, skill damage, and skill haste. Obviously, if you guys are going to be running some type of skill status effect builds, well, you would obviously put skill damage status effects. And then for our final piece of the new brand set, we rolled armor on here. I have hazard protection and skill damage. Obviously, I don't need that hazard protection. If you want to keep a blue roll, armor regen would be good. If you want to go with skill haste, obviously that would be good too. So that's the one piece I would want to get better. But I really wanted a piece that already had skill damage rolls on there, and then I could roll the core attribute, because most of these always come with skill tier. Now for the gloves, it's the second piece of Hannah U, and that's giving us that 10% skill damage. And then we have one skill tier, skill haste, and skill damage. So that is how this build is set up. And then obviously, when we get to the backpack, the exotic backpack is where this is why this build improves, right? I personally like the exotic backpack because it gives me weapon damage, armor, and skill tier. It always gives you all 3 core attributes. And then on here, instead of the headshot damage, this is where you're gonna put crit chance. I didn't mean to put headshot damage on here, but yeah, obviously I would put crit hit chance. Now remember, those mods, you can tweak those all you want. You can put skill haste if you want. I just personally, like I told you guys, I wanted to have a little bit more crit hit chance. And I think I'm able to get to around like 35, 40% crit hit chance just with having those mods. And then of course the bonus I get from the weapon and then from my watch. But yeah, that's how I would personally run that right there. And remember, with the backpack, we're getting 30% skill efficiency once we build that full stack. So that's extra 30% skill damage, skill haste. We get 30% weapon damage. Now you add that on top of what you're getting from the capacitor, and you guys see the point here. And then 3% armor regen. And then every time I pick up a utility, I get 30% skill efficiency. Every time I pick up a trophy, I'm getting 20% bonus armor. And then every time I pick up a trophy, I'm getting 5% weapon damage. So obviously you could run a yellow backpack with the skill tier. I just feel that this backpack right here gives you a little bit more bang for your buck, especially if you're running solo, but you can definitely use this in a group. Now look at my skills, right? So my assault turret's giving me 134,000. Yes, 134,000. That's with the buff from the backpack. Nothing else but 134,000 on this. That's per bullet, which is crazy. And then look at my striker drone, 84,000. And then you can just imagine what it's gonna hit once the capacitor procs, right? Once the capacitor is fully stacked. And then of course, once my chest piece talent, kinetic momentum, is active too. But that is the build right there. I think you guys will enjoy it once you guys get your hands on the new brand set, the new exotic. Remember, if you guys are looking at how to get this new exotic, definitely check out the video prior to this. Some quick tips on which ones are the best challenges to unlock it. And then of course, another thing you guys can do while you guys are in the summit is you guys could turn on the new brand set, and that way you guys get some really good pieces. But that's the build right there, guys. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video. I have a lot of things planned for this update, so hopefully you guys are ready for it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Nothing but skills is out.